You know?
Delicious.
How do people eat this?
Welcome to Lore in the Bar. I'm your host, Vibs. There is nothing rich people love more than fine dining, and you can't do fine dining without caviar. So, we took a high-end caviar and a bottom-of-the-barrel low-end caviar for Barstool personalities to test and tell us which is the expensive one and which is the cheap one. Who knows the difference? Find out on this episode. But first, this episode is brought to you by the Barstool Sportsbook. Your bracket is busted, but that doesn't matter, because with the Barstool Sportsbook, you can bet on all the games individually. And right now, new users get a $100 bonus when they sign up. Sign up today using code TOURNEY, then place $10 or more cash wager on any college basketball bet. Win or lose, receive a $100 in cash bonus. So download and create an account today, and be sure to use code TOURNEY to unlock your $100 bonus cash. 2 incredible rounds in the books, some shocking upsets, and it's only gonna get crazier. So download the app, get your bonus cash, and be sure to follow big picks from Dave, Big Cat, and other Barstool personalities. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER. Kelly Keegs, welcome back to Lowering the Bar. Today we are having caviar. You seem like someone that has had caviar before. You're not rich, but you enjoy the finer things, I'd say.
I do enjoy the finer things, and I have, in fact, had caviar. I have had it at a fancy party. I've been to a couple of fancy parties. I've never thrown one myself because I am not fancy, but people sometimes think I am, so it works out for me.
What is something when you were growing up that people had where you're like, wow, that person's rich?
When I was younger, it's the cars that the little kids used to drive. Those cars, those like mini Jeeps.
Electric car, yeah, Jeeps.
I was like spoiled.
When my friends had Power Wheels,
like an electric Jeep or whatever.
I basically thought that was a car. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, those kids, your parents bought them a car. That's cool.
I think an in-ground pool, maybe.
Absolutely.
In-ground pool is a big one. Whatever it's called. Top of ground pool, poor.
Trash.
Poor, somehow more poor than a house with no pool at all.
I would say when they were able to keep an additional vehicle at their vacation home.
People went to restaurants that weren't chain restaurants. A lot of the time it was like the good lunch stuff. Like I would have like Captain O's cereal. Other kids would have Cheerios, or like I would have like Mr. Pathmark like pudding.
You had like the bagged cereal, the generic
bagged
brands.
cereal, yep.
Generic brands, that's a good one. No one has said generic brands yet. All right, Dougsy. So you've never had caviar?
I have not.
Wow. Okay, so what we're
This
doing...
is the first. I appreciate you inviting me on.
Of course. What we're doing today is we are going to try a fancy caviar and a not so fancy caviar. And you are going to spot the difference.
You know the price on a bottle of Barrel Caviar?
Yes, one is $25, the other $175.
I'm afraid this isn't caviar. Like, are we?
No, it's caviar.
Growing up, caviar was the finest of foods you would hear about.
Yeah.
And I was always like, I wonder if I'll ever try that. What fancy restaurant am I going to be in when I finally put caviar to my lips?
Look around you.
And here I am.
Never had caviar.
Ever.
Ever. It smells fishy, I thought.
Caviar number 1.
That's a big spoonful, brother.
I'm letting you...
I guess I should like it. It's a fancy thing.
Don't give it to me.
like this.
I don't know. I opened the jar and it was very fishy. Almost missed your mouth. Is that how they do it?
I've seen Gordon Ramsay do it.
What?
I've never had fish eggs before. Let's try it out.
Take your spoon.
Oh!
All right, here we go.
I'll take it. Trash can is far, far away. Don't put it back in. Everyone's got to eat out of that.
It didn't touch. I don't like that. It's like salty.
We got people not washing their hands. We got
Oh
people
my
double
God.
dipping with
no,
spoons.
No, it didn't touch. It didn't touch. It literally didn't touch.
The women at Barstool are
No,
the
it was just the-
grossest creatures of all time.
It was just the bottom. Yeah, no, seriously.
we got
break the tank.
Delicious.
Really?
Yeah.
You like it a lot?
That's good.
You-
Yeah.
all right.
Put it on a cracker.
Yeah.
I love seafood.
Okay.
I thought it was maybe going to be grosser.
No, it's just.
I mean, I
feel
guess it's like $1 million. Like it should be fucking good.
Salty,
Yes.
sweet, delicious.
Good.
I could definitely see myself eating that like on top of a cracker or
Yeah.
whatever else they put it on.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It's a good salt briny taste.
Let it flow over your tongue.
I like that.
Good.
That was good.
What do you like about it?
The taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's like buttery. It doesn't taste super fishy.
Salty.
Salty, yeah.
Yeah.
Salty and buttery.
Very salty.
Yeah. Do you like seafood?
Yeah. And I love salt.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Wasn't really a lot of snap. There's supposed to be a little bit of snap. I didn't really get that.
What is
But
snap? Like a
snap. It just like, well, they're fish eggs, obviously.
oh, it's like a
So,
pop.
right.
I mean, it's not so bad, but it is very fit. Like, that to me has to be on something else. Very slimy. I would guess that's the worst one, but I'm not sure.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's the cheap one.
Okay.
Just by the taste.
What's
Tastes very oceany, tastes very fishy. Tastes like cheap sushi.
Tastes low class to me.
All right, now I gotta try this kind.
now? You gotta try this kind.
Oh, that's too much. It's too overwhelming when you have so much in the spoon. It really freaks me out.
Caviar is fake rich people shit. Great song, actually, by Bow Wow and Snoop Dogg off his album Wanted. Caviar. I forget how it goes, but it's one of my favorite albums ever.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay. Caviar number 2.
I don't like the smell of this at all. It smells like grass or something.
Grass in the sea?
That's a little more flavorful.
Way more potent.
Stronger.
Yeah.
More salt?
Way more salty.
Oh,
Well, that was a little fishier. That's got more of a fish kick to it.
it's very fishy.
Even fishier?
Yeah, that one's more fishy.
That one's got way more of a seaweed flavor to it.
Like a
than,
more
than
of a,
this one does.
a fishy sea taste.
Yeah, I like the first one a lot more.
Okay. So do you know which was the expensive and which was the cheaper one?
I'm gonna assume this is the fancier one and this is the less fancier one.
My friend, this is the inexpensive one.
Okay, that makes sense.
This is the fancier
So
one.
this tastes way more like salty fish.
This is the expensive one. This is the cheap one.
How do you know?
Because
This one's definitely worse.
Yeah, you know, I mean, this was more enjoyable, so I'm just gonna say that was the more expensive.
my friend, that is the less expensive one. That is the more expensive one. You were right with the salt.
Yes, I was right with the salt. So they just they're like, we need to mask these shitty eggs with a lot of salt. Here they just, let the eggs do the talking.
Yeah, that's the rich guy one.
This is the rich one? Yeah. Plenty balls. This is the inexpensive one. That
Really?
Yes, I think this one they just dump salt in it and there's
Okay,
like,
maybe that's
to
why they
mask
taste
the
better.
flavor. Yeah.
As far as taste, they both are the same kind of to me. The smell of this one I didn't like. That's it.
You are correct.
Really?
This is the $175 caviar.
Ooh.
This is the 25.
I don't know anything about anything. I don't like seafood. I hate all of it. I'm guessing that's more expensive. Because that had like a weird aftertaste that was like worse than that.
This tastes more fishy. This
Yes.
is saltier.
Yeah.
But this is the high end.
Ugh.
This is the low end.
Ugh.
That's better.
Why?
Significantly better. Better consistency, less fishy tasting. That has to be the good one.
Tommy, you are officially a millionaire. You're a rich man.
That's the good one. That's definitely the good one.
You were the quickest person to guess.
I mean, this one just tastes like, it tastes like the smell of a dock. This tastes like legit food.
Do people really like this, or is it the expense of it that people tell themselves, this is worth it because I am experiencing something that a lot of people can't?
Right. Two gross lowering the bars back to back now.
Oh, lowering the bar has it. Still got it.
Not a caviar fan, not an oysters fan. Basically, anything that rich people say is like delicious, besides whiskey, I think.
Rich people just love to get stuff out of the ocean and be like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah,
It's like,
sure.
no, you just like it because it's hard to get out of the ocean.
Yeah.
You fucking piece of shit.
I don't even think this is that hard to get out of the ocean.
You capitalist pig.